What's up guys, Kainra here with another commentary match of Hearthstone, this time between Kripparrian and Trump. We will see the game from Trump's perspective, and let's see what he will do. So he decides to mulligan two of his cards, and he drew a Claw and a Starfire, along with the Twilight Drake that he kept. The opponent is still choosing, and let's see, will Krip decide to go with his default hand, or perhaps mulligan something as well. For now he's just hovering over his cards, thinking should he mulligan something or not. For now it looks like he might just keep his hand, but let's wait and see. So he actually decides to exchange one of his cards, and it is Trump's turn. Trump decides to do nothing as there wasn't really much he could have done, and Krip's turn. Let's see, what will he do? He decides to coin and play a Defias Ringleader. No surprise there, as it is one of the strongest combos you can do as a rogue, which makes you summon another Defias rogue, which makes you have two creatures on turn 2, very strong stuff, but Trump responded with shapeshifting and getting rid of the smaller rogue. So now only the Defias Ringleader is left on the battlefield. Let's see how Krip will respond. Right now he is thinking, and he decides to dagger it up. He daggered it up and hit Trump in the face with the Defias Ringleader, but he did not attack with his weapon yet, he decided to save it up. Trump in turn used Claw, and decided to get rid of the Ringleader, making the board clear once again. And let's see, Krip's turn. And Kripparrian played the Light Oracle, which is a Murloc, which makes both of the players draw 2 cards. He also used Shadow Step right after that, which makes you have the card back into your hand. Or shall I say returned. Trump played a Twilight Drake, which is a very strong card right now because he gains +1/+1 for every creature you have in hand, making it an 8/8 creature right now, which is very strong. And let's see if Krip will be able to get rid of it. He's hovering over his cards, and he actually was thinking of playing something, but we do not know what it was. Ooh, Big Game Hunter, and what Big Game Hunter does is removes any creature from the play with an attack greater of 7, and because the Twilight Drake had 8, it successfully got rid of it. He also played a Light Oracle as well. And let's see what will Trump respond with. He seems to be thinking, as the Twilight Drake got destroyed pretty easily, probably not as easily as Trump was hoping for. He's hovering over Keeper of the Grove right now, and he chooses to Moonfire the Big Game Hunter, getting rid of it successfully. So right now we have the Light Oracle and the Keeper of the Grove on the field left, and it is Kripparrian's turn once again. Kripparrian decides to shiv Trump, or shall I say his druid, for 1 damage and also draw a card, because that's what shiv does. Makes you do 1 damage and also draw a card. So that's what happened. And also he used a legendary creature, the Lorewalker Chow, and what Lorewalker Chow does is makes you copy whatever spells you play and puts it in your hand. So as we can see, Krip played shiv now, and what happened is Trump has a shiv on his own in his hand right now. And what happened is actually Trump has a full hand right now. So every card he will draw from now on will get destroyed. He will really need to play some cards on the field right now if he wants to stop that from happening. because nobody likes to have their cards destroyed for no reason at all. I must say this is some interesting play from Kripparrian. I have not seen this kind of deck yet. It's pretty interesting. He decides to use the Druid of the Claw, which is a 4/4 creature with charge. He also could have chosen to give it Taunt, but he opted for that charge, so that he can get rid of Krip's creature. Of the legendary creature, I should say, which was Lore Walker Cho. So no more free spells for either of the players. And let's see how will Krip do. Krip plays another Shiv, another 1 damage, this time to the Druid of the Claw, and also draws a card. And what else? And also a backstab, so that's 2 damage, that's enough to get rid successfully of the Druid of the Claw. So only the Cold Light Murloc left, and he just got cold-blooded, and since it was comboed, it did 6 damage to the Druid's face. Also a Master of the Skies played by Krip, so board control is once again in Kripparrian's hands. Trump decides to use Bite, and also Savagery, which makes every creature get damaged for the attack value of Druid's attack, essentially. So that's what happened, and the board is clear once more. Novice Engineer, played by Kripparrian, draws another card because that's its battle cry. And the Youthful Brewmaster played as well, which makes the... Well, the Novice Engineer went back to the Krip's hand, but he decided to replay it. So 1 more card for free for Kripparrian. The Engineer is back in the play. And Trump's turn. He's hovering over Keeper of the Grove once again. But decides to not play it as of yet. While the Grove also hovered over. Claw, perhaps? Nope, Keeper of the Grove once again. And the Panda is gone from the field. Or Youthful Brewmaster. And also Trump got rid with his hero's ability. Well, Trump got rid of the Engineer with his hero's ability, that's what I should properly say. And now it's Krip's turn. Once again, let's see what will he do. I wonder, says Valira. And what it's gonna be, Kripparrian, we're waiting for your move. Pretty long turn. Kripparrian is sure thinking about his choices. He's surely gonna play something, but we'll have to wait and see. What will it be this time? Perhaps another Murloc? Perhaps another legendary, and perhaps something else. Maybe some removal spell, maybe a taunt. Nobody knows but Kripparrian. He decided to use his dagger and hit Trump in the face, or shall I say his armor, putting him at 4 and 19 health. Trump decides to maybe play an Azure Drake. Yes, he will do that. And the Azure Drake successfully gave Trump another card, because that's its battle cry. It also gave him +1 spell power. And he used a Druid of the Claw, again using the charge component of it, hitting the Rogue for 4 damage, +2 from the Druid of the Grove. And it's Kripparrian's turn once again. Kripparrian has quite a bit of cards in his hand, so he probably has quite a bit of options. He decides to play a Master of the Skies, which is just a 4/4 creature as there is no other creature in play, but it did allow him to play Eviscerate with a combo for 4 damage, getting rid of the Druid of the Claw. And also hit Trump once again for 1 damage with his hero's ability. Trump's turn. And let's see what else will he do. Let's remember that Trump also has a legendary in his hand right now, which is Captain Greenskin. And what Captain Greenskin does is makes you draw a card every time your hero attacks. So it might be pretty interesting if he decides to play that. However, it can be a double-edged sword, as we can see from Krip's play, he relies a lot on overloading Trump's hand with cards. So it can go both ways. If Trump's hand gets overloaded with cards again, well, he doesn't want that, because he will start losing cards again on every draw if he's going to have too many. So yeah, but he did decide to play him, and he also hit Kripparrian for 1 damage. Drawing some cards right now, thanks to Captain Greenskin. Also hitting Krip for 2 damage. He also used a Wild Growth before, but because he had 10 mana crystals already, instead of gaining an empty mana crystal, he gained an additional card, which gives him an additional free card to draw. And Kripparrian plays Leroy Jenkins. And what does Leroy Jenkins does? Well, it hits people very hard in the face for 6 damage, and that's just what happened. And also, I believe Krip played Vanish right after. And what Vanish does is removes all the creatures from the board back into your hand. So that's exactly what happened. Trump took some heavy damage and also got his cards returned to him. But as I said before, he had too many cards and he will start to lose some of them right now unless he plays some of them back to the battlefield. And that's what he does. He plays Captain Greenskin again, along with the little dragon, or whelp, shall I say, and is also thinking, should he play anything else at all. Pretty interesting stuff coming from Kripparrian, I must say. Trump decides to bite it up and hit Kripparrian for 4 damage. And what will Kripparrian respond with? That Vanish Leroy Jenkins was pretty interesting, I must say, and what that allows him to do is play Leroy Jenkins once more, because it did not get removed, it only went back to his hand. And yeah, Leroy Jenkins played once again, and once again using his charge for 6 damage, and Vanish once again. So the board is wiped out once more. Trump is losing cards like crazy. I am not sure what will he respond with. He's thinking about Captain Greenskin for the 3rd time, but he opts not to play him. So actually Captain Greenskin played once more. Trump's gonna shapeshift up and hit Kripparrian for 1 damage. He also drew a swipe. And he decides to play the Measly Whelp as well. It's Krip's turn right now. And Krip plays Leroy Jenkins once again, ladies and gentlemen, for the 3rd time. Leroy Jenkins appears on the field, he gets Cold-Blooded with a combo, so it's a 10-2 creature right now. Also Eviscerate with a combo as well, for 4 damage into Trump's head. Also a Sap, which returns the creature to Trump's hands. And yeah, Trump is toast. He got hit by Leroy Jenkins 3 times in a row, this time with a Cold Blood, so it was 10 damage. Plus 1 damage from the dagger of Krip's hero, and yeah, that's it guys. Krip emerges victorious. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, and I'll see you in my future commentaries. I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching, see you.